Hello again, second attempt. Let's see if it works this time. You've probably noticed I'm bald, so I'll come to that later. Gary Lineker was in the news again. I think he likes a bit of controversy. For those who don't know who he is, he was a very successful and very good English football, and by football I mean soccer, player who played at the top level and also for England. These days he hosts the BBC's very popular Match of the Day programme. He's joined by pundits on this occasion by the equally successful Alan Shearer and Danny Murphy. Both of these men are now bald, in contrast to Lineker, who has a full head of greying hair. In a recent programme, Lineker made the comment that it had been a hair-raising start to the season unless you were Alan Shearer or Danny Murphy, a joke at which both Shearer and Murphy just laughed. This kind of banter between them is a regular feature of the show. But the BBC received complaints, presumably from bald men, although they don't say. To them I just say, why are you so offended when it's obvious that neither Shearer nor Murphy were? We seem to live in a climate these days when people are ready to take offence at the slightest thing. Watching the clip, and I'm sure you can Google it, I noted the camera switched to Shearer and Murphy after Lineker said at the hair-raising bit, but before he mentions Shearer and Murphy. To me, that means that maybe it was scripted, and that both Shearer and Murphy were well aware beforehand that the joke was going to be made, and presumably hadn't objected. With all that's going on in the world today, is it really worth dashing off complaints to the BBC about that? I, for one, took no offence at all. I started to go bald in my 30s. It's in my family, so it wasn't a shock. And some 20% of men experience some kind of hair loss, and 12% end up as bald as I am. Yes, for a time, I tried the famous comb-over. But in the end, I just thought, well, so what? There's nothing wrong with baldness. I am what I am. It's not a disease. I know some people want to cure it, but, it's just what I am. So I accepted it. And remember, it's associated with a high level of testosterone. Maybe that's why some people, both straight women and gay men, find bald men attractive. There's hope for me yet. I wonder why so many people these days seem to be looking for a reason to be offended, and choose to be offended. I see and hear many trivial things over which I could, if I were so minded, take offence. People choose to take offence. It's their doing, not that of the offensive person. Many years ago, I had a black friend, and I was out with him once, and he annoyed somebody vaguely, I suppose, but they called him a fucking black bastard. Would he take offence at that? I was ready for the whiplash, but he just thought, well, fucking, I've got a girlfriend, so I'm fucking. I'm black, you can see I'm black. But no, my parents, they were married, so I'm not a bastard. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, mate. And he walked away. The racist looked a bit nonplussed, and he walked away too. I choose not to take offence, because life is too short. And this video is now too long, so goodbye from the talking head for now.